Hi all, and welcome back. Now that Dispatch is fully out, I finally got the full picture. And honestly, it's very good. There were a few things I didn't like as much, and I'll go over all of that. I'll also talk about some spoilers at the end, because the story is basically 90% of the full experience. But don't worry, I'll clearly warn you before I get into those. In short, it's basically a Telltale-style game without the exploration and discovery. There's a bit more gameplay, but still not a lot. It's really an interactive TV show where you play as a dispatcher for heroes. Overall, I enjoyed it, but in the same way you enjoy a good TV series. If you're looking for a real game, this isn't it. And most people probably expect that already, but I wanted to make it clear. So, let's break it down. And I'll start with the gameplay, because there's more happening here than you might think. During missions, you dispatch heroes. It's basically an RNG-based minigame where you combine skills based on what you think the mission needs. If you send too many heroes, you might not have enough later. If you send too few, you might fail. That's the loop. It does go a bit deeper than that, but I won't waste your time on every detail. What matters is that it's fun, and the balancing is really solid. It's not too hard, so the story stays the focus, but it's also not easy. You still have to think about who you send. I especially liked that heroes level up, which gives you an ability point that helps you specialize the hero. It gives you small moments of agency and synergy building. The only downside is that none of this impacts the story at all. It immerses you as a dispatcher, but the outcomes don't change anything. So later on, it starts to feel like filler. Fun filler, but still filler. Anyway, the hacking minigame is a whole different thing.
During your shifts and in certain story moments, you hack cameras or doors. It starts clever and refreshing, puzzle types you don't often see. But toward the end, some of them get pretty big, and they become more of an annoying distraction. That said, they do help with immersion. They make you feel like an Overwatch-style support hero or an Oracle-type character, and in that sense, they work well. Both gameplay elements basically do one thing. They support the story. They make the world feel real, and that's why I ended up positive about them overall. Anyway, let's talk story because that's where Dispatch is really good. Overall, I loved it. The character writing is strong. Robert Robertson's journey going from superhero to dispatcher and having to accept that is well done. Same for Invisigirl. And I like how grounded the world feels. No fairy tale superheroes, just flawed people with real problems. Real people fail a lot, and that makes everything feel more believable. Combine that with fight scenes that actually have blood, and you get something like The Boys, just super light with a bit of workplace comedy like The Office, and some genuine character development. All of that worked really well. The only disappointing part, understandable but still disappointing, is the lack of real choice. It's like Mass Effect. The journey changes and the endings differ, and when I say endings differ, I mean there are basically two main endings, and within that, what each character does might be a bit different. It's just all very binary. You swap character A or B, but the overall direction stays the same. There are also a few smaller story gripes I can live with, and I'll go into those in the spoiler section. Quick reminder, if you click away here, don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know what you thought of the game.
And if you want to skip the spoilers, click the timestamp on screen or in the description. All right, spoilers. The biggest thing I didn't like is that you're forced to cut someone loose early on. I get why. They wanted a known character working for Shroud, the main villain, but who didn't see that coming? I mean, if you cut an ex-villain from a superhero team, of course they will go back to being a villain. And you can't even push back. You are on board with this decision from the get-go. That just felt a bit stupid. Something similar happens with the double agent arc for Invisigirl. It feels rushed near the end. She likes you, then she doesn't, then she does. It moves so fast that it's hard to keep track. And lastly, it never becomes clear why Trackstar hates Invisigirl so much. It doesn't feel like there was ever a solid reason. But these are all minor issues. Overall, the story is really good. To wrap this up, I'm really glad these Telltale-style games are back. Dispatch is a lot of fun in the same way a TV show is a lot of fun. Don't play it if you want a real video game. But if you want a superhero show that doesn't take itself too seriously, can get rough, is funny at times, and has real character development, then this is definitely worth checking out.